After a little back and forth between Trisha Paytas and Sophia with an F, and Trisha talking about how upset Sophia made her feel, Sophia has come out to apologize to Trisha on her podcast, and it's definitely an interesting apology. A few weeks ago, Sophia did a podcast episode and had Kalani from Dance Moms on as a guest. During the podcast episode, they talked about mental health, but Sophia had a controversial take on mental health, where she says that she loves her mental illness, and the clip went viral on TikTok.
I love my mental illness.
Me too. My mental illness literally makes me me. I don't.
And because it went so viral, a lot of people had a lot to say about the clip, and most people disagreed with Sophia's take. A lot of people were stitching the TikTok, and one person who did so was Trisha. Trisha stitched the TikTok and spoke about how she felt about the clip, as well as her own mental health experiences.
Love my mental illness.
Me too. My mental illness literally makes me me.
Okay, no hate to those two girls, but for those of us who don't love our mental illness, this one's for you. So I feel like it's great that mental illness is like normalized and talked about, and just like so many more people are coming forward with their mental health struggles. Like that's super, but it can be discouraging when it gets like so glamorized, or it looks like people are functioning so easy and you're not. You're like, okay, well, I have this mental illness, but I can't even get out of bed, and these people are thriving. They look great. And maybe they just have a better handle on their mental health. Maybe they got like treated. Maybe they've been practicing longer how to take care of their mental health. Like there's probably a million reasons, but it's totally normal to not want to get out of bed. It's totally normal to slip back into it, even if you are taking care of your mental health. So for those people who genuinely love their mental illness, you know, I'm happy for you, but I don't love mine, and that's okay. I don't know who needed to hear this. I don't know, maybe I needed to hear it for myself, but sometimes I'm just like, I wish I had a normal brain.
Trisha didn't say anything bad or mean-spirited towards Sophia, and she was being respectful. Trisha was just talking about her experience with mental health and how not everyone loves their mental illness. Sophia loves it, and that's okay, but she's very much in the minority. Trisha was simply being open and honest about how she felt and wanted others to know that it's okay to not love your mental illness. And no matter how you feel about Trisha, it was obvious that she was not coming for Sophia whatsoever. But Sophia did not seem to think that. Sophia responded to Trisha's TikTok, and she really came for her. She was being so out of line for no reason.
Mental illness literally makes me me.
Okay, no hate to those two girls.
Okay, no hate to electrocuted hair girl, but I just think it's a little bit damaging to tell people how they should or should not express their own mental illness.
Sophia definitely took Trisha's video personal, and she seemed very offended. It didn't seem like Sophia even watched Trisha's video at all. And Hannah Mojo's friend Brooke Schofield even left a comment on Sophia's TikTok that said, "Bestie, I'm confused. I do not think we watched the same video. What is this?" People were not happy with Sophia or her electrocuted hair girl comment, and it gave them mean girl vibes. Most people in her comments were defending Trisha and telling Sophia that this was a bad take. Then after that, Trisha spoke about the situation on her podcast, Just Trish. Trisha got emotional about Sophia's TikTok, and she even apologized to Sophia for even stitching her TikTok in the first place. She said she didn't understand why Sophia said what she said, but she was hurt by it. She said that she loves and adores Sophia, and she meant no harm. And she even apologized to Sophia a few times, even though she really did not have to at all.
Sophia, if you're watching this, like clip it, whatever. Like it was never about you. I actually like love, adore you. I always talk like positively about you. Like the Aubrey O'Day interview was wild with you. Like you handle yourself really good in situations. And I'm like, the fact that you like did a spinoff after Call Her Daddy and that whole thing, like it's amazing. Like I love you. So I was like, and I love that you love your mental illness. I love that you talk about mental illness because you are like a conventionally beautiful girl and you're talented and successful. And like, that's, I think, great that you talk about it to show that everyone has mental illness and all that stuff like that. So it was never like an attack on you. Like, I'm so sorry.
Trisha also got really emotional when talking about the electrocuted hair girl comment and how embarrassed she was by the attack on her hair, since she's always gotten made fun of for her hair. She said it's one of her biggest insecurities, and she felt bad about herself after Sophia weaponized it. And now, weeks after Trisha spoke about it on her podcast, Sophia is speaking about the situation on hers and apologizing to Trisha. Sophia starts off by apologizing to Trisha and saying that she was sorry, and said that Trisha's video really triggered her for some reason.
First and foremost, I would like to apologize to Trisha Paytas. What I said and what I did was a low blow, and I can fully acknowledge that, and I'm sorry. I truly am sorry. For some reason, when I watched it, it was extremely triggering. I don't know exactly why. I will up my therapy sessions to twice a week, but I am sorry.
Sophia also kind of addresses the backlash she got from saying that she loves her mental illness and says that she wasn't saying it maliciously, but she does agree that saying that did make it seem like she was glamorizing it.
But glamorizing mental illness, which is what I was accused of, and I'm putting that in quotation marks because I don't think there was malintent. I think Trisha was just speaking from her heart and was looking out for people. But me saying, I love my mental illness. I'm laughing right now because it does sound crazy, but it's how I felt in that moment. Me laughing and saying, I love my mental illness on my show was just me taking ownership of my brain and my humanity and, you know, acknowledging something that's a part of who I am. And I was having a good day. So do I agree that I was glamorizing it? No.
She also says that she would love to talk about this to Trisha to clear things up, but she hasn't been able to reach her for anything. But she'd do anything to talk to Trisha about it. She also refers to Trisha as a crazy girl.
I can count on 758 hands how many times I have upset someone or come off like I don't care or came off cruel because of how I express certain things. And I say that to say, from one crazy girl to another, Trisha, I would die to talk about it with you here on the show, in private, in an airplane, like wherever I do want to discuss this with you. You are harder to get in touch with than the president. Like, I could get in touch with Banksy and reveal his identity before I can get in touch with Trisha. I have reached out on every single platform, in every single way, comment, DM, you name it. And I don't know, Trish, you're not picking up. If I need to subscribe to your OnlyFans, maybe that's what I should have been doing this whole time. Okay, I hope that cleared the air. Hopefully with some reasonable, level-headed people, you guys can forgive me. Just take my apology and know it's real. Let's move on though.
So people had some pretty strong reactions to Sophia's apology, and most of them were not positive. Especially when Sophia called Trisha crazy when asking her to come onto her podcast and talk over the situation. Calling Trisha names is what got Sophia into this situation, and now she's pretty much doing the same in her apology to her. Sophia insulted Trisha and got backlash for it, so now she's basically insulting Trisha again in her apology to her, as she's trying to get her to come onto her podcast. And Sophia's probably having such a hard time getting in touch with Trisha because she was coming at her and calling her names. Why would Trisha respond to her? I wonder what Sophia was even saying in Trisha's DMs if this is her apology. And Sophia didn't even really apologize for calling Trisha electrocuted hair girl. She made no mention of it, and she just threw more digs at her. Sophia probably should not have posted this. This apology didn't even seem genuine. It also seemed a little hostile as well. It'll be interesting to see if Trisha responds to Sophia's apology and what she'll have to say about it. But anyways, let me know what you guys think about this situation in the comments. And as always, I will talk to you in the next video.